our VPPR, Karen Reed.
Hello, fellow Jedi Knights. How are you this evening? What galaxies are you in? Anybody want to commit and make a comment on where you're gathering from today?
I'm just working on our kind of solar system. I haven't moved the galaxy.
I see.
Practicing on the sunny beaches of Tatooine.
Oh, very nice. Anybody else? Joining us from a galaxy far, far away.
Yes, I was thinking about long time ago that the masks weren't the day-to-day living. It's long time ago. In a it seems like a galaxy far away from now.
That's right. Now let's make sure we have, oh, sorry, Pierre, go on ahead.
I don't know. Truth be told, the words are coming up to me in yellow in a bunch of stuff, but in front of us, stars, and I'm just letting George Lucas take over at this point.
Sounds very relaxing.
Yeah.
Well, I know that we have a little bit of time, so I just want to open up the whole entire May the 4th be with you table topics discussion by asking this question. Why did we start off with Star Wars in 1974, 77, and then all of a sudden, most recently, we have the prequels to the Star Wars series? That is something that I never understood. Dennis, I suspected you might have the answer. Do you know why?
I do know why, Karen. And that is simply because in 1977, I was born and Star Wars was created. January 14th, I was born. And then a little bit later, Star Wars was created and the Jedis came to be. And that is why Star Wars was created in such a manner. Actually, truth be told, that George Lucas, who created Star Wars, was trying to figure out which movie would be the best. He had written the prequels, but he decided that the original Star Wars movie was going to be the best first movie to show and that audience would respond to it the best. And so that is why you get Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and then Return of the Jedi is the first three movies that came out. And then they went to the prequel movies after that, after those ones had come out, because he thought that those first three were going to be the best to show. And so then we went to the prequels and we went to the Phantom Menace and such. And then we continued on with the story after the fact, giving us the 9 movie series of Star Wars that we know today. And that is why Star Wars was laid out the way that it was. Back to you.
Thank you. That is very informative. You are indeed a Jedi Master of Star Wars. Now, of course, as you can probably assume, all of the table topics revolve around the Star Wars movies. But so nobody is at a disadvantage, I'd like to know, is there any of you esteemed Toastmasters today that have not seen the Star Wars movies? Or one movie or trilogy? All right. Okay.
I once tried watching Star Wars and I couldn't get it, and I never watched it again.
Oh, young Padawan.
I don't know.
I can't
really
connect to
tried so
that.
hard.
I have seen them, but I can't really remember the
All right.
characters and the stories, galaxies. Strange to me.
Okay.
Foreign.
And Len, what would be your poor excuse?
What? Go ahead, Lang.
Oh, sorry, I never watched a Star Wars movie, but I played the game, the video games.
Okay.
So I know the Jedi Master and the other
Alright.
characters.
Okay, that's acceptable. Perfect. All right. So now that I have the background on each of you on the Star Wars theme, let's begin. What Star Wars character would you dress up for Halloween? This question goes to Lionel. Lionel, would you like to take yourself off mute? Do you want me to repeat the question in case you didn't hear me?
No, I didn't hear that it was me. I hear the question, and it's easy. It's easy because the Jedi is the main character. Is the top. Is the master. Is the people. The guy who is going to teach that the Force will be with you. Then it's the center of all the story. Maybe you don't see it like that, but the Jedi, it's like the whole universe. It's the whole power. It's fighting with the all people that is bad, and it's joining all people that is good. May the Force be with you. And the Jedi is the main character. That will be difficult for me because I'm not too sure, and I will have another a big costume. But I like the green because the green it's like recycling and living things. I like green, and the Jedi is green, like the plants, like we have now in trying to get here in spring. It's green. Everything is green, and the Jedi, the Force, and the living things are green. Then it's easy. It's the center of the universe. It's the power. It's the Force, and it's the main thing of our movie, the Jedi. Remember that. Force be with you, Jedi. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Oh,
Madam Table Topic Master.
thank you very much, Lionel. I had no idea that you had this secret environmentalist inside of you. So maybe that could be a great theme for all the Green Party people. They could all be wearing Jedi costumes, perhaps. Now, I certainly don't want to leave Christian or Patrick out of our discussion. So I wanted to share with you that today is also National Orange Juice Day. What is your favorite type of orange juice, Christian? Do you like orange juice with the pulp or without the pulp?
Thank you very much for that question and thinking on me as I'm not a Jedi expert or very knowledgeable about that. So orange juice, I can answer. I like it pure with pulp as it comes fresh out of the fruit. Thank you. Back to you.
And why would that be, Christian?
Just, it's natural. Just get everything out of the juice. Thank you.
I'm going to ask you a follow-up question.
Okay.
What is your favorite color?
Oh, it's actually green.
So we have two environmentalists in our group.
Yeah.
I see. There seems to be a connection going along here.
But not green oranges, of course.
Well, the way climate change is going, you never know.
Uh-oh, you never know, yeah. Okay. Thank you for that good question.
Thank you, Christian. Now, Patrick, you've explained to us that you really only watch documentaries. So it's not a surprise that perhaps science fiction doesn't, or futuristic science fiction doesn't catch your attention. But I would like you to convince us why no pulp orange juice is actually better than Christian's pulpy, most natural orange juice?
Thank you, Madam. Table topics. Non-pulp juice is the best juice. Why? Because when you just take the first sip, you can feel it just gushing through your teeth. And it activates all the senses, all the taste buds in your mouth. And it goes into your brain. And it makes you feel fresh and invigorated. When it has pulp, your brain starts telling you that maybe you are eating something else. So I would convince Christian, please try the non-pulp one, because that one, it has got more nutrients. They have already meshed it and refined it. So it goes into your stomach and immediately at a blink, in 100th of a second, it's already in your bloodstreams. It's natural, and you're already getting the benefits of the orange juice and all the ingredients that you want. So if you are looking for the best orange juice, go for the non-pulp one. Back to you, Madam Table Topics.
Oh, thank you very much, Patrick. Christian, I'm going to go back to you. What would you reply to convince Patrick why pulp-filled orange juice is the best orange juice?
Because you know what you get. If you have non-pulp orange juice, you never know what else they put in the orange juice and how they filter this. With the pulp orange juice, you get everything out of the orange and you see what you get. Yeah, it's maybe a little bit sticky in the mouth and it's not so fluid, but at least it's more back to the green, to the roots, and more natural. Thank you.
That was very straightforward and right to the point. Thank you, Christian. All right, everybody, I'm feeling a little bit lack of Jedi-ish. Here we go. We're going back to Star Wars. So I find that Jabba the Hutt has extremely disgusting, repulsive, slug-like skin. What do you suggest as a beauty regimen for Jabba the Hutt? Mark.
Well, thank you for that interesting question. And poor Jabba, you know, he's had a skin condition his whole life, and people just keep commenting on it. And you know, he does his best. He's been working with a skin expert. He applies coconut oil from the planet Tardian, that one, and as well as I think he uses 2005 sunblock, so that kind of helps a bit. It does not help having slimy skin like that, and you live in a desert environment. You can imagine what that's like. You know, anybody who's been to the beach and come out of the water, you'll just have an idea what that poor thing's life is like. So I have a lot of sympathy for Jabba the Hutt. No wonder he turned out so evil. When you're living on a planet of sand and everything sticks to your skin, and people are making fun of you because he's got, well, I hate to say it, but he's got a bit of a weight problem. I don't know if you noticed that. I don't want to speak out of school here, but he could work on that a bit. And that probably is what makes him a bully too. So I think perhaps we should be a little kinder to him and just help him out and send him maybe your best tips, what you thought, well, if he was alive, because right now I think he fell into that pit with the thing that kind of 1,000 years of suffering kind of a creature. Anyways, if we ever see another one, help him out, have pity. And back to you, Madam Table Topics Master.
So I just want to clarify. So what you're suggesting is that Jabba the Hutt should go to a beauty spa fat farm to work with counselors on his personality disorders?
Among other things. But I would also say that perhaps you should go to that same planet, that kind of creature where the water people lived, because I think he'd do far better in a slimier environment than he did on a dry, sandy planet. Still don't know how he ended up there. Well, anyways, I'm sure there's quite a story behind it, but he can't say anything because he's dead now. So that's too bad for us.
Oh,
Back to you, Madam Table Topics Master.
well, thank you for that very environmentally friendly approach for our poor friend Jabba the Hutt. So we have a few more people that need to answer some table topics. Seeing as how Obi-Wan Kenobi is playing a major role in our meeting this evening, who would you prefer to be? The younger Obi-Wan Kenobi, played by Ewan McGregor, or the older Obi-Wan and wiser Obi-Wan Kenobi, played by Alec Guinness? Dennis, I think this is a question that's perfect for you.
Karen, you have the older Obi-Wan Kenobi and the younger Obi-Wan Kenobi. And then you have the real Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is me. Who would I like to play? I mean, really, the question is, who would I like to have play me in a movie about Jedis? And, you know, I think Ewan McGregor did a fantastic job playing me in the movie. He's a very young, handsome man. He's very talented. He had a lot of great expressions, and he moved so well as a Jedi. You know, when you look at an older Obi-Wan Kenobi, let me tell you, as the older Obi-Wan Kenobi, I still move pretty good. The lightsaber is smooth, and I cut down my enemies like cheese, like butter. So if I wanted somebody to play Obi-Wan Kenobi, I believe Ewan McGregor is the only fit, because Obi-Wan, he really never gets old. He's always smooth, he's always around, he's always wise, and he's always there to teach the next generation what it takes to be a true Jedi Master. Madam Table Topic Master.
You have blown me away. I don't know. I'm not sure what star you're on or what planet you're on, but intriguing response. Now I can see we still have a few people just ready for their table topic. My next question is, if you owned a lightsaber, what color would it be and why? Pierre.
Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master. My saber would be baby blue, because just my personality, blue is just so cool, and it would be so perfect for my personality, which I would play in 1983's Return of the Jedi, because my personality would be the ultimate character, the one and only, the cool Lando Calrissian. I mean, after all, everybody knows that if I would be in that movie, imagine me with that nice little curly afro, a little thicker mustache, that as Billy D. Williams, and of course, later on, doing some Colt 45 commercials, telling you the two essential rules of Colt 45. Rule number one: always have Colt 45 Supply never run out of code 45. Rule number 2, look at rule number 1. Back to you, Madam Table Topics Master.
Well, thank you, Pierre. I have to admit, you completely surprised me. I've only seen you in purple, and you look dashing in purple. So I thought for sure your go-to color was going to be purple. But, you know, I think that you're probably going to go to the same spa as Jabba the Hutt and receive your complete transformation. So good for you. We look forward to seeing you.
Only if he uses cocoa butter.
Perfect. Now, last but not least, we have the last question. Who would you choose as a roommate? Would you choose Chewbacca or would you choose Yoda? Lang.
So to be honest, I don't know the first character. I only know Yoda. So there's nothing for me to choose. I probably prefer choose the safe one, Yoda, because he's small and he's kind. I don't watch the movie, but I think he's kind according to his appearance, and he has lots of wisdom. So for me, it would be nice to stay with such old guy with wisdom and with the heart of sharing his knowledge with others. And yes, because he's not aggressive, and he would probably sometimes even protect me from the danger. So I would like to be staying with him instead of staying the other character, which I don't know.
Do you live in like a really scary part of town, Lang? It sounds like you need a security guard, perhaps.
Yeah, I just don't want to take a risk to choose the other one. So maybe Yoda would be safer for me.
And because you're thinking you would probably beat Yoda at your video games because he can't maneuver them with his green little hands. Is that what you're thinking? Is that the ulterior motive? Like, tell us, is that really it?
So, yeah, I don't really know the story of Yoda, but for me, I think he's short and he doesn't really hurt people. Yeah, I don't really want to fight with him. I know he has certain power, but to me, he looks nice and kind.
Okay, so you need to get out more because he's a little bit like a frog, but there we go. We'll take your answer and we're going to move on. Thanks, Lang. Thanks for conversing with us. All right, so I think that we have given the opportunity for everybody to answer a table topic. Lionel?
Yes, I think that's unfair, and there's a missing person that haven't answered, and that's you. I would like to ask you, because we need to be thinking in our feet, what does may the force be with you means to you?
Oh, that is such a good question. What does may the force be with me mean to me? Well, you know, when you were younger, you were just, a little bit wild, I'm gonna say, and you would be underage and spend time with your friends, perhaps drinking beverages that contained alcohol that you weren't allowed to drink because you were underage. So I'm going to say that in those teenage-ish years, may the force be with you meant May you go find the outhouse and return back to the fire without any mishaps. So that would be what the may the force be with you meant in my crazy, unstructured teenage years. But thanks for the really interesting question. And that concludes our table topics for this evening. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.